Today it's always been Friday is always this thing in my head where I think about the idea of what we're committed to. And the commitment that we have, like it matters. Like there's something that we're committed to something every single day. I don't care if it's committed to drinking water every morning. Maybe you're committed to saying good morning to your wife. I've made a commitment lately to make sure every morning I hold my wife because that's kind of the thing she likes. She's like, I prefer you held me as opposed to hold your phone. So I'm like, hey, I'm glad you shared that with me. So I'm not going to do my thing. Titus Lee, good morning to you over here. Those of you guys on Instagram, good morning. Gordon Ross here, hello. If the audio is a little bit delayed on StreamYard, don't worry, I'm working on this. I got something coming Monday that'll make it all amazing. So if you're not on Instagram, the audio's off, I'm fixing it for you. But here's the thing I realized. We're committed to something. At all points in times, you're committed to something going on in your life right now. And I don't know what that commitment is, but here's what I want you to think about with this commitment. You are either committed to being better or committed to being worse. And sometimes you don't realize you've made this commitment. I'm dead serious. This is a commitment we fail to comprehend. Good morning, Ilanos. Good morning, Carrie. Ann Puglici. Good morning to you. So here's a thought. Good morning, Marie. Hey. Marina's on here, says it sounds good. For you guys, I think it does sound good on Instagram. For those on the everywhere else in StreamYard, not so much, but we're working on this. So here's a thought. In my book I'm writing right now, it opens with a conversation between two different people. And one person, I'm not going to give the whole depth, you got to go grab the book. But the conversation gets to a point where there's a realization that this person that this other person's talking to, they're not living at their full potential. And the statement to them is, look, if this is who you're committed to being, then I cannot be committed to being in your life. I'm going to repeat this. If this is who you are committed to being, I cannot be committed to being in your life. Imagine if somebody told that to you. Imagine if somebody said, hey, if you're committed to being this person that's slow to get up and get moving, that's not very happy, that makes excuses, that's a support person. Like, look, I can't be committed to showing up to your life the way that you are asking me to show up to your life. And I think this is a lesson that we all got to grasp, because here's the thing. There are people at higher levels that we want to be around. We want to engage with them. We want to see them. We want to go hang out at their houses. We want to go party with them, whatever it might be you want to do. And the truth of the matter is, man, there's certain levels that you're committed to right now keeping you from that. There are certain levels you're committed to that are keeping you from that. And here's a kind of a unique thing I want your brain to kind of spin off on this weekend is this. You have made a commitment at some point to do the things you do because they feel comfortable and they're normalcy to you. It's what you've been engaged with. And it's okay to be at this level because it's got you where you're at. And right now, where you're at might not be that bad. I'm not a guy that's like, everybody's living a horrible life. Like, I'm sure your life is great for what you have right now. But if you want more, it's time to look at the commitments you have in your life. Not look at the information you got to buy and how far you want to go. And it'd be great to get there. But like, what do we got to do to get there? What must you be committed to actually get there? And here's the thing I want you to grasp. If you are not committed to getting better, then you have accepted your level of success in life. If you have not committed to saying, I'm going to learn more, I'm going to do more, I'm going to work way harder than I am right now, you've accepted the level of success you have in your life and you might not have any more. Now, I'm saying you may have some, but will you have that high level? Let's be honest. If you get committed to the things you got going on, why would you expect to have more in your life? More time, more money, more freedom, more impact, more influence. Why would that be part of your life if you haven't committed to doing something greater and grander? And it's a press. I want to press you because on Friday, man, it's a time that I know you can get something done. You can stretch your abilities. You can do so much bigger things in your life, but you got to get uncommitted. You have to decommit from the situation. Here's a quick story about me. Whenever I was in college, I went to the University of Oregon. Before I went to college, I took a bunch of what they call college recruiting trips. And I got asked to go up to University of Oregon. But before that, I got asked to go on a trip to Washington State. Now, Washington State's up in the Palouse. Washington State's not a bad school. It's a cool school, right? I go up there, man, and a kid from a small little town in Antioch, I'm like, man, this is going to be great. I'm going to go up to Washington State. I'm going to check this thing out. And you get there, it's this big, amazing campus. They got the stadium, and they got these guys on mannequins with the uniforms like, this could be you. And I'm like, oh, that can be me. I want some of that. And so I commit to Washington State. And in committing to Washington State, I made this commitment like that's what's going to have. I was going to have Washington State, and that's great, and that's good. Good morning, Yaya, down here on Instagram. I see you guys. The savvy nail chick. Hey, good morning to you. And so in doing that, I was great. But then here's what took place. The Washington State coaches, they had me locked in. They just kind of did their thing. Now, Oregon, they wouldn't stop talking to me. Oregon kept bothering me, kept calling me. I think they probably did it out of the bounds of what was supposed to be right. But man, the coaches kept hitting me up and giving me calls and waking me up in the morning and calling me before I went to sleep. And I remember I finally was like, all right, look, I will go to Oregon just to shut you up. I'll take a trip up there. I'll check the campus out. I'll look at it, and if I like it, good. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to like it. I already committed to Washington State. I'm not going to go to Oregon. And I go up to Oregon, and I see something better. I go, ooh, I like this. I like this better. If you guys haven't seen Oregon's amenities, their facility, their stadium, top notch, some of the best in the world. And I'm not just saying that, like the play, it's crazy. It's ridiculous what kind of stuff they got up there. It's something like $160 million football only building now. Like, it's crazy. So what did I do? Well, I wanted something better. I wanted to go to a better looking school. They had done better, competition wise. They had just ended number 2 in the country, beating Colorado at the time. And I was like, man, I want to go to Oregon. I got to get to that next level. Well, what do you think I had to do to get there? Simple. I had to decommit from Washington State and then commit to Oregon. Now, there's a difference. There's a unique little thing there. If I wanted to have something better, I had to decommit from the thing that was less than, the thing I didn't want. I had to decommit from this to commit to the higher level order. And the higher level thing meant I had to do more and speak more and be more. I had to grow more, right? And I'm saying this lesson because here's the truth. When you start progressing the next levels of your life, you cannot commit to something new if you haven't decommitted from something old. Repeating this, you cannot commit to something greater, grander, better, new in your life if you won't decommit from something old holding you back. And I don't know what that thing is for you. I don't know what it is that's got you enthralled and wrapped up. And maybe you just have this little commitment because you've been there for so long. Man, if you're committed to being that person and having that thing, you're never going to be able to commit to the new thing and have that great grand vision. And that doesn't mean just the things you want. It means the actions that you take, the habits that you have, the friends and support system you have. You must decommit from things that aren't serving the next place you want to get in your life. And the moment that you step back for a moment and accept that it's okay to want more, it's okay to commit to a higher level, man, you can pull the little things back and go, all right, I want that next thing. I'm going after that next tier. And then you can go and pursue it. But it's going to take you choosing that. It's going to take you stepping into new space and say, man, what do I want to commit to? Because here's the thing. If you can get to the point of committing to something new, now you can have that success. It doesn't come before the commitment. Because think about it. There's going to be some things you got to do that you aren't used to doing right now. But you're not going to do them if you're not committed to doing it. Like some people may want to get in better shape. Like I'm going to get in better shape. For the first time in my life, I'm doing the January, like let me start in January thing. I've never been that guy. But I'm like, man, the holidays are just, the food's too good, man. I'm not trying to do all that. And so for me, it's like, I'm going to commit to doing this thing. But I realize that in order for me to get the result I want, I got to commit at a deep level. I got to commit to like certain foods, certain times, certain things in my schedule. I got stuff cleared out. The commitment led the actions, which will get the change. I'm telling you, your commitment will lead your actions that get you the change. So I want you this morning on a Friday, as you lead into whatever in the world it is, you're going to go in this Friday into the rest of the weekend, think very deeply about, man, what are the things that you want to be committed to? Start there. What do I want to be committed to? What do you want to create? What do you want to have? What does life actually viscerally taste like, look like to you? And think about what commitments must you make to get there. And then once you realize what that is, take a look and say, all right, well, what anchors are holding me back? What commitments do I need to decommit from to give myself freedom to move in that direction I want to go? And that becomes the next stages for your life. Man, that's my thoughts for you guys today. This isn't a long one. It's a quick little hit you with some message and help you move on the rest of your day. But that's my thoughts for your heart. Those of you guys who are hanging out in the world and you were wondering more about me, I would love for you guys to pick up the book called IdentityShiftBook.com. If you go there, I got a book coming out in May. And that for me is, man, it's a blessing to be able to share my heart, my life, all my research with you guys in terms of how in the world you can make shift happen in your life. Because that's what I do. I coach people through processes to make shift happen. This book tells you pretty much the base of how it all takes place. So you're very welcome down here, IG. Those of you guys are up here on Facebook and Instagram, which is down there, and LinkedIn, YouTube, and Periscope. Good morning to you guys. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your hearts. I want you to go out the rest of this day on Friday and go do something grand and amazing. I don't know what it is, man. Go experience the world. Obviously, be safe with the whole situation of COVID and all that kind of stuff going on. But do what you can to go explore the world, because we're going into a new year that has a great new base of opportunities. I don't know what they are. For you, it's going to be something different from what me is. But there is some amazing opportunity you can open yourself up to, but not if you do not decommit from something to create the space for it to come into your world. So, man, you got to go do that. I appreciate you. I love you. Hope you have an amazing rest of your week, which is today, and a weekend ahead. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care. God bless y'all.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.